In the history of Silicon Valley, there have been rivalries. Jobs versus Gates, Edison versus Tesla. But none of them carried the weight of the apocalypse. Those were battles for market share, battles for money. The war we are witnessing today is different. This is a battle for the soul of human intelligence itself. On one side, we have Elon Musk, the richest man on Earth, the man who wants to colonize Mars to save us from extinction. On the other side, Sam Altman, the political mastermind, the architect of ChatGPT, the man who believes AI is the tool that will unlock paradise. They started as brothers in arms. They built a fortress together called OpenAI. It was supposed to be a nonprofit, a gift to humanity, a check on corporate greed. But today, that fortress has been sold. The nonprofit is dead, and the two founders are locked in a legal and ideological deathmatch. How did a project designed to save the world end up tearing it apart? This is the story of the $80 billion betrayal, the dinner that doomed humanity. To understand the hatred, we have to go back to a specific moment. A dinner party in 2015. Elon Musk was sitting with Larry Page, the co-founder of Google. At the time, they were close friends. Musk would often sleep at Page's house when he was in town. But on this night, the conversation turned dark. They were arguing about artificial intelligence. Larry Page had a vision of a digital god. He believed that eventually, humans would merge with machines, that robots were just the next step in evolution. Musk was horrified. He argued that if we aren't careful, AI could destroy the human race. He talked about safety, about control. Larry Page looked at him and called him a speciesist. A slur implies Musk was prejudiced against digital life forms. That one word ended their friendship, and it ignited a fire in Elon Musk. He realized that Google, the most powerful company on Earth, did not care about safety. They were building a god, and they didn't care if it was a benevolent one. Musk needed an army. He needed a general. Enter Sam Altman, young, ambitious, and the president of Y Combinator. Together, they drafted the charter for OpenAI. The rules were simple. Number 1, it must be a nonprofit. No shareholders, no greed. Number 2, the technology must be open source, transparent, shared with the world. Hence the name. OpenAI. Musk committed millions of his own fortune. He recruited the best scientist, Ilya Sutskever, stealing him away from Google. The team was assembled. The mission was pure, or so they thought. The billion-dollar burn. But idealism has a price tag. And in the world of deep learning, that price tag is astronomical. Training an AI model isn't like writing code for an app. It requires thousands of GPUs, massive data centers. The electricity bill alone for a single training run can cost millions of dollars. By 2017, OpenAI was bleeding money. The donation model wasn't working. They were burning through cash faster than they could raise it. They needed a miracle, or they would die. Musk proposed a solution. He would take over. He offered to buy OpenAI and run it himself, integrating it with Tesla. Sam Altman and the other board members refused. They didn't want Musk to have total control. A power struggle ensued. Furious and rejected, Musk walked away. He cut off his funding. He left the board in 2018. He told them, "You are on your own." OpenAI was now a ship without fuel in the middle of the ocean. Sam Altman was left with a choice. He could let the company die, or he could make a deal with the devil. He chose the deal. In 2019, Altman created a capped profit entity. It was a legal loophole, a way to take investment while pretending to still be a nonprofit. And then he flew to Seattle. He met with Satya Nadella, and Microsoft wrote a check for $1 billion. The closed source. This was the turning point. The moment OpenAI became a lie. With Microsoft's money came Microsoft's rules. The research went secret. The open source code was locked away in proprietary servers. Then came November 2022. the launch of ChatGPT. It was the fastest-growing consumer app in history. Suddenly, Sam Altman wasn't just a tech guy. He was a celebrity. He was on the cover of Time magazine. OpenAI's valuation skyrocketed to $29 billion, then $80 billion. The employees were becoming rich. The investors were salivating. But on the sidelines, Elon Musk was watching, and he was furious. He tweeted, "I donated to a nonprofit to serve humanity. It has become a closed-source, maximum profit company effectively controlled by Microsoft. This is not what I signed up for." Musk argued that OpenAI had become a Trojan horse. It used the shield of a nonprofit to avoid taxes and regulation, but it operated like a ruthless corporation. He pointed out a critical danger. If OpenAI achieves AGI, artificial general intelligence, Microsoft doesn't own it. The contract says AGI belongs to humanity. But who decides when AGI is achieved? Sam Altman does. As long as Sam says this isn't AGI yet, Microsoft keeps making money. The incentive to lie is infinite. The coup and the lawsuit. The tension exploded in November 2023. The world woke up to shocking news. Sam Altman was fired. The board, led by Ilya Sutskever, the chief scientist Musk had originally hired, ousted Sam. They claimed he was not consistently candid. In corporate speak, that means they thought he was lying. For a brief weekend, it looked like the safety-first mission had won. It looked like the original vision of OpenAI was being restored. But they underestimated Sam's power. Microsoft intervened. The employees threatened to quit. The pressure was immense. Within 5 days, Sam Altman was back as CEO. The board members who fired him? Gone. The safety team? Slowly dismantled. That was the final straw for Musk. In early 2024, he filed a massive lawsuit against OpenAI and Sam Altman. Breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duty. He demanded that OpenAI return to its open-source roots. He demanded that they stop Microsoft from profiting off AGI, and more importantly, he launched his counterattack. xAI, a new company, a new chatbot named Grok. The philosophical endgame, so here we are. Two visions for the future of intelligence. On one path, we have the corporate vision. Polished, safe, politically correct, controlled by a board of directors and maximized for shareholder value. This is the world of Sam Altman. On the other path, we have the rebel vision. Raw, unfiltered, sometimes chaotic, but transparent. A truth-seeking machine that answers to no one but the user. This is the world of Elon Musk. The lawsuit will likely drag on for years. The billions of dollars will continue to burn. But the winner of this war won't just win a market. They will decide the nature of reality for the next generation. Will our AI overlords be corporate products or open-source tools? I want to ask you a question. If you had to trust the future of humanity to one of these two men, who would you choose? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to understand the dark history of Microsoft, click the video on your screen right now. Thanks for watching.